I got it. I'm recording.
Okay. So, good to see you guys all here. Um, for I don't think any of you I've played squad with. Some of you I may have. Zeiss, I think probably, maybe Zodiacs. Who else here have any of the other guys here played squad with me?
I
Negative.
don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. Leadership, I believe we've all played together, correct?
Yep.
I think so.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So for the most part, I've got a fair bit of experience with squad, and for the most part, I get stuck squad leading usually whenever I play. I very much prefer not to play squad leader because I prefer to sit back and watch you guys doing it, so that way I can evaluate you to see if you have leadership potential. But for those of you who don't know, um, I am away for the entire summer, and I'm working in DC, and I have my laptop and not my desktop, and I am specifically not installing Squad on my laptop. So it's to keep me from spending 8 hours a day playing with you fuckers. Okay.
Nice.
But I
Thanks.
still put in some time administrating the battalion, taking care of all that work, and then seeing what I can fix elsewhere. This was one of the things that I used to run training a fair bit for squad leading once every 3-4 weeks. So actually not that often, but that I figured I could probably do even if I'm not in game. Okay, just through my, speaking, I should be able to get through most of the training to you guys. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So for the new guys, welcome. I'm sure I've spoken to a fair few of you at recruit interviews, perhaps. If not, I've shouted at you at some stage for something. Maybe. I don't think any of you guys have been sent on my list. But regardless, all welcome squad to the battalion, and thanks for showing up for the training. Who here is squad leads?
I have like most of my
I do
time
sometimes.
is squad leading. Yeah.
I do all the time.
Okay, let me ask a different question. Who here does not squad lead?
I've only done it a few times, but I'm trying to do it more.
Yeah, no, it happened.
Yeah, I never do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Rarely.
I rarely
less
do.
less than 10 games. Squad led less than 10 games.
Definitely me.
Aurora, Kurtz. Okay.
Zodiac.
Nutty Dog, maybe 10 times.
Okay, so perfect.
Maybe.
So at the very least, from this training, you guys will be elevated from like a 1 to a 2, like from around the bottom of the barrel to probably like at least a 4 to a 6 on out of 10. All right. If you take the lessons from this squad leading alone and follow them when you play, you will be at least 75% better than most of the new squad leaders or most squad leaders you come across around the game. Very experienced guys will fucking destroy you, but you will be able to hold your own. You'll know how to do, the basics much better, and you'll keep yourself in the fight. As a squad leader, what do you guys think is one of the most important things you have to do?
Communicate.
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 It is utterly essential.
Communication. All right. There are two things as a squad leader you can do apart from communicating. The powers you have in game. What are they that are very good in any match you're fighting?
Marking things.
Marking.
Habs.
Habs. Rosek, you got one.
Radius.
Right.
Rally point.
Rally.
Rally points. That is
Fire
two.
support.
Okay. Rally points and habs. Okay. At the end of the day, that is what being a squad leader is all about.
Oof.
Rally points and habs. The shooting, the marking, everything, your guys will be able to do most of that and communicate. They can do most of that shit. As long as you can put down the rally points to keep your guys in the fight and build your habs to keep your team in the fight, you're being a successful squad leader. All right? Does anyone here not know how to put down a rally point?
I don't know.
Okay, we're going to cover that. Does anyone here know, if you don't know how to do a rally, I'm guessing, does anyone else not know how to place down a hab?
I also don't know that.
Everyone else here knows how?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it takes a little searching. I have to look, hit T and look. Okay, where's it at? That kind of stuff.
Okay. What I want right now is souls, variety, and mittens. You guys, 3 separate squads, okay, and using admin tools to spawn in, I don't know, fucking 10 Logi trucks or something. Everyone should be inside the training server if you can. If not, you can watch through Mittens' stream. Okay? And what I want you guys to do is each of you guys create your own squad. Okay? So all of you guys create your own squad. Name your squad your name. Okay? Name the squad after yourselves. All of you guys should be on the U.S. team. So if anyone needs to switch, just ask.
What's
All
the
right.
server password?
Recon with a capital R. Okay?
They need people in their squad in order to do some of like rallies and stuff like that, though.
I don't double check. Double check. You
Like,
might not need to if you have
Probably not
if you're on the
Jensen.
server. Usually you don't have to on Jensen's.
Let me check.
Nope, you don't.
All right, cool.
Can you do it?
Yeah, you don't need one
Okay.
on Jensen's.
All right. The only thing you can't do is dig. Okay, unless you like switch the crewman off the vehicle and everything else. All right. So I'm Mittens. For right now, I don't want you spawning in. Okay, you're the one person I don't want spawning in. I want you dead or in admin mode in the sky. Either one works. I'd prefer you in admin mode if you can. All right, there you go. Up in the air. All right. So what everyone is going to do here in a few minutes is we're going to talk for a bit, okay? And then from there, you guys are going to go execute a few things in game. All right. So I'm going to ask for a few volunteers, unless there's enough Logi trucks for everyone, in which case you can do it. I don't mind. But everyone's going to set up what they think is a fob. Okay. So tell me what you guys think. Okay. One of you guys volunteer and go grab a Logi truck. Call out your name.
Save this for people who don't know what they're doing.
Say again?
Should we save this for people who don't know what they're doing?
It can be for anyone. It doesn't matter if you know or you don't know. Communicate only in Discord, not in game. Otherwise, there's an echo.
Forbes radio.
Okay, Rosix, was that you volunteering?
Sure, I'll volunteer.
Or Scotty, I don't mind. Does one of you guys get a Logi truck? Okay. So at the start of a round, you have two options when you grab a Logi truck as a squad leader. What loadout should you put in a Logi truck? Does
At
anyone hear
least
that?
Well, I do
1800 ammo,
12 if I
1200.
want to do two halves.
All right, hold on. Moving forward, there's a lot more people in this training. Say your name, and I'll call on you to talk. Okay?
Kurtz.
Kurtz, go.
1800 ammo, 1200 supply.
Okay, that's one option. What's the other option?
So that.
The opposite.
1200 ammo, 1800 supply.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
those
I thought that was.
for the most part, for all of you guys, just to be on the same page, those are the two options you should all focus on. 1200 build, 1800 ammo, 1800 build, 1200 ammo. Somebody tell me why you would pick 1200 build over 1800 build.
More defensive.
More ammo.
Less
Again,
aggressive play.
Kurtz, what was your answer?
If you're going to play less aggressive.
Less aggressive. Cheerio, what was your response?
Same thing, just more defensive. Two habs with a bunch of ammo. That's more defensive.
Okay.
Scotty Dog, if you're going to do
Scotty?
mortars.
Mortars, okay.
Toes.
Anyone else have any opinions on this?
So you
Depends on
on
the
the
situation.
So you don't
Yeah.
have to go to main so many times. You can get up to 3 habs down. And
There's one factor which should come into play immediately for all of you guys between what build layout you're going to bring. Okay? The first thing that you should realize when you know if you're bringing 1800 build or 1200 build. And you should know it within the first 5 seconds of being on a Logi truck. Can anyone figure out what it is?
offense or defense.
No?
It's the layer.
Kind of. You're almost there.
Truck
Game mode, per
capacity.
se?
The map. It's 100% based on the fucking map. Okay? That's how you decide what, like, and then you can decide, okay, I'm going to play defensive or offensive. But based on the size of the map, when you start off a round, that should tell you what you need to do. If it's Talil and it's a massive map, you might want more opportunity to build halves, or you might want to put down tows and repair stations, in which case you're going to want to bring more build, potentially, who knows. Okay? Again, the larger the map, the more like Narva, you're probably going to want to build 3 halves, even on a map like Narva. Okay? If it's a small map, which are fairly easy to identify, I'll pull up squad lanes in a minute. Cut the engines on the Logi truck, please. If it's a smaller map, then it's a bit easier for you guys to say, hey, I'm only going to need to bring 1200 build because I'm only going to place 2 habs. The main focus point as a squad leader is just putting a hab and an ammo box. That's all you need. Okay? Let's forget about all of the repair stations, tows, defensive habs. Just stick to the bare basics, which is a hab with 400 ammo for the most part. Okay? 600 build, 400 ammo, that's your hab. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Okay? Depending on the situation, that can change. But I all want you guys to learn the basics of that. 400 ammo, that can last you a bit. You can survive off that. When armor comes into play, yeah, that ammo is going to fucking disappear. Okay? But special, like the main specialty, and if you follow my style of play, is 600 build, 400 ammo. 90% of the time, I bring 1800 build, 1200 ammo on the first run to get up the backup habs, maybe a repair station if I needed to, just to get everything down along the route on like a rast land. Okay, especially if it's random. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna need, let's say, 2 volunteers to squad lead here for these lodging.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Fries, big cheese.
I got Freeze, I got Kurtz, I got Cheerio. Who's the 4th? I need another one.
Bowls here, I'll do it.
Bowls. Okay. So you guys, the 4 of you, split up into the 2 logi trucks. And here's what's going to happen. Everyone else, just jump in the logi trucks. Fill in. Fall in. Just jump in the logi trucks. Each logi truck should have, let's say, 1800 builds, 1200 ammo. Okay. Now from here, what I want you guys to do is, let's say, Kurtz. Who's driving the first logi truck?
Me.
Me. That is a fucking dumb answer. All right, Kurtz. Kurtz, you can drive off right away. Kurtz, you can start driving.
I'm not driving. Row 6 is driving, so.
Row 6, you start driving. I can't really see who the fuck's driving. Both logi trucks you can take off. What I want to have now is Kurtz and Kurtz is in 1 logi. Give me the other squad leader. I think
Row
there's 3.
6. I'm driving the other one.
So it's Biscuit.
Right. Drive 2 opposite directions. I want you guys to open your map and mark down where you're going to build your habs. Okay? So put down a move marker and a hab creation circle. Okay? Mittens, just go full screen, please. On the map. Alright. So you guys are going to those 2 locations. Now, the 2 guys who are building their habs there, 4 and 9, that's good. The 2 other squad leaders marked 2 other locations.
Oh, I already marked that literally that one.
Okay, again, I identified 4 squad leaders who are going to squad lead.
Fries.
So the 4 of you should have move markers down, and the 4 of you should have hab markers down as well. All right? There we go. All right, so the logi trucks stop at those first 2 locations and then drive to the next 2. Okay? Pretty simple right now, okay? And the only thing I want you guys doing at the start is the radio and the supplies, nothing else. Okay?
Copy that.
All right, and then you can drop off an extra guy or 2 and then drive on to the next locations. Again, 600 build, 400 ammo. That's it. If you guys fucked up the locations and the splitting up in the lodges, just someone else take point with the lodgy and get it to another location.
Ooh. There we go. 600 and 400. Thank you. Oh, wait. Not 600 and 600. 600 and 400.
Yeah, at this stage, if you need to talk to
Load
the
the
people
ammo.
nearby you, just use local. Use local. Minton's mic won't pick it up since he's in admin mode.
New rule, driver unloads.
Get those lodgy trucks out of there. Perfect. Now, for the guys who are at their radios, I just want you to stand next to those radios and wait, and I'm going to give you further instructions. Give it a minute for the lodgy trucks to get to their positions, and I'll break it down what you guys are going to do. Now, the objective, once you put down your radios, is I need you guys to set up a hab. Okay? You need to set up a hab for everything you guys can do. The objective for all of you guys is you're going to be attacking the Jensen's Range compound, right? So right in the middle of all of you guys, that compound where all the vehicles are, that's your attacking objective, okay? All right, Mittens has got an attack marker on it. Pretty simple. You guys have got the thing fucking surrounded, basically, unintentionally, from where you guys are. So all you guys will have to do is go take everything. Who is Squad 5?
That is
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Yeah, Cheerio.
Good. Everything I'm seeing from what you've marked, good. Okay? So, Cheerio, you can go execute. You can go place your hat.
10-4, yeah.
All right, 12, whenever you're ready, you can go execute. Okay? Once you guys have placed your hab and anything else, once you're ready, you just tell me you're ready, and then we'll go look at what you've done. And if you have questions, ask.
Can you slap a rally down?
Absolutely.
Alright, now shoot me. In the head.
What the fuck's going on with that squad?
We're just, well, I'm joining a squad so I can build his hab.
Ah, don't worry about building it. You don't have to build them.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, Sharpe, say again what you want us to do.
I just want you to have your habs all placed, okay?
Roger.
All right, I'm going to point out a few of you guys who have already made mistakes, but I'm going to just tell me when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
All right, 5.
Yeah,
Tell
ready,
me your
yeah.
squad.
6. Bowl 6.
5 is ready. 6 is ready.
I'm ready.
Who's I?
Squad
Give me
10.
squad. Squad 10's ready. Who are we waiting on?
4.
I know what I did wrong.
4. All right, tell me when you're ready. 4.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's start with 10. Let's start top left of Mittens. Go out of the map and zoom over to the 10. Go in the wrong direction. To your left. There you go. Hurry up. You know you can zoom faster, right?
Pressing shift.
That's not how you zoom faster. You scroll.
Yeah. All right, so let's go down. All right, so who do we have? Open your map again. Okay, so who is responsible here for this hab? Go to your map. Hargrove, is this your location?
Oh, it's Big Cheese.
Big
Oh,
Cheese.
squad 10, correct, right here.
Big Cheese. Freeze, you're Big Cheese?
Yes, so it's like slash in both. It's the names.
Ah.
Changing the names.
Meritot, when we're done here, let's get that looked at. Cheese, when you get a chance later on, you're going to need tags for first recon and everything else. Someone didn't give you all the
Semper.
information. Okay, we'll deal with that afterwards. All right, so Cheese, this is your hab. So, does anyone have you had experience squad leading?
Yes, all I do is squad lead when I play this game.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm about to tell you, don't take it personally. Okay.
Well, I don't even know what we're doing. You just said place a hab, so I don't know.
Okay. All right. So I'll clear it up, and I'm going to point out. Basically, the objective, Mittens, open your map again. The objective for all of you guys, once you place your radio, is to set up to attack the the range area where all the vehicles are. Okay. So now exit the map. All right. So just pointing out a few things that are wrong with what I'm seeing. The first thing is no ammo box. As a squad leader, all of you guys, no matter what you do, you place an ammo box. If you place a hab, you always place an ammo box. All right, we're all on the same page with that?
Yep.
Do I need a...
Agreed.
Is there any confusion or questions? All right, ammo box always goes with the hab. They're going to need it. Also, you want to position your ammo box. The position of your ammo box is important. You have the option of A, position it between your hab and the target. So between basically the range and where the hab is right now, that could be option 1. Now there's a benefit to that, as in when your guys leave the hab, they ammo up and then they run straight to the objective. So it means that you have an attack. Your attack time is quicker. What's an alternative position for an ammo box?
Behind cover.
Behind it.
Behind. The opposite side. What would be the benefit to that?
Defense.
Gotta protect your ammo.
If your hab becomes threatened, then it would be harder. It's more likely that your guys would not get shot getting ammo. Okay? Because most likely the enemy will come from the direction of your objective. Okay? Either way, my recommendation, put the ammo box in the direction of the enemy position. All right? If you're putting down an attack hab, you're not going to plan for failure. You should plan for success. All right. What's the other mistake here? Can anyone else see it on the stream? I see two.
Having the hab right next to radio.
Hab right next to the radio. Okay? Okay, that's one. What's the second?
Orientation of the hab allows to fire directly into the hab.
Orientation's not the big one. There's a bigger one that's
Rally.
staring you right in the face.
Rally.
Rally point. Okay. Defilade, orientation, those are all factors. I'm not going to make them factors now because you're in Jensen's range and there's no fucking cover. There's no bush for you to put a radio in or anything else. We'll cover that in a minute, but for right now, the big things are, if you open the map mittens and zoom in, okay, from the radio area, can you go down right towards the edge of the blue area? Yeah, up one square. Yeah, right there. Yeah, F675 roughly. Down right a little bit. No, you're going up. There you go. Mittens, do I have to give you fucking instructions? The bottom right corner of the blue circle. There we go. Where your mouse is. Perfect. All right, right click, mark an enemy hab. Okay, that is where roughly, depending on terrain, I would have positioned your hab. Ultimate distance away from the radio, roughly. You can anywhere around there within about 50 meters. Okay? You're closer to the objective, you guys are going to get there quicker. Now, where would I put the rally point? Someone tell me. You've got two options.
Between the radio and the objective, or the hab and the objective.
Hab and objective would be out of the circle, so that is an option. It's not a terrible option, but what's another option?
Opposite of the hab.
Opposite the hab. So generally, what you do is the rally will usually end up being near the radio. So that way, when your rally goes down, you know your radio's in trouble. There's a benefit to that you learn that when your rally disappears, they're about to take down your radio. But what's the backside of that?
Can't use your rally.
Your rally gets burnt, and they're digging your radio, so you just lost 2 spawns. So I always recommend you have your rally close to the radio, but not within 50 meters. Hide it away somewhere, maybe north or east. Put down a couple of options, mittens. All right. You never want your rally in the direct line. Draw a line from the radio to that hab marker.
Yeah, Scotty Dog's got a question.
1 second, Scotty. Never put the rally along that line. Okay? That should never be an option. Okay? Do it more distant than that is my recommendation. Scotty, what's your question?
How close can enemy get to a rally to burn it?
I think it's like
10 meters, I think.
I was going to say 10 feet, but they have to get fairly close. Like, it's not a huge amount. I don't know the exact distance, but they have to get fairly
Like
close.
10 meters, yeah.
Really close. Okay.
Yeah. So I always recommend, if you see the boxes around the radio, you see how it's in the middle of those 4 boxes?
Correct.
I'd say 2 boxes away. 2 boxes away is good enough. All right? So anywhere outside of that range. All right, let's so ammo box, rally placement, hab placement, those are the big things. Obviously it doesn't factor in here, but I want you guys always to remember this. Radio should never be in the open. If there's a building you can use a building. If there's a bush you can use a bush. If there's a bridge, put it under the fucking bridge. But it should never just be sitting in the open unless you're on some hot shit and you got to get a hab down super fast. Okay? For every rule, there is a scenario where it can be broken. Okay? Sometimes you got to roll the dice and do some tricky shit. But as a new member or someone who's learning to squad lead, let's stay away from tricky shit for the first couple of weeks. All right? All right, let's move on to the next group. Show me the next group. Bottom left.
Squad 6.
That would be me.
All right. Again, I'm expecting some of the same problems in every one, but you're going to have a different you're gonna have a different one than who? That was Cheese, was it?
Yep, squad 10. Fries / big cheese.
So, all right.
Yeah, I didn't do
You
my
have
spacing for the.
you have an ammo box down. You have no rally down. Your radio is in a bush, so I'll give you that. Your hab's too close, so you already know you could have marked where you would now position your hab on the map. Put a move mark and an enemy hab marker. If you know how. If not, Mittens, just do it. Perfect. Good. That's solid. Okay. And then obviously you want to put a rally down. Again, in this scenario, again, if this was a real objective like the way that this is, and your radio is there and your hab is there, I wouldn't even fuck around with the rally back there. I'd put the rally all the way up. Exit the map and look at the hab again. What's the other mistake? Can anyone see it?
It's right on top of a hill.
Charge complete.
Again, terrain.
The
terrain
Logi's
I'm
right
not
next to the
factoring in here.
radio.
Say again?
Logi's next to the radio.
Oh, good eye. All right, that big 6-wheel fucking target will give away a radio and a hab in a heartbeat.
Chill,
You see a
I'm just
Logi
busy.
truck. If you see a Logi truck, you know it's around. Now, obviously, I didn't tell you guys to move it, but this is just that way you guys always know. All right. At the end of this, I'm gonna have my eyes fucking closed and walk you through everything you need to do when you're building a hab. Go to the next one. Oh, also rally point. In case I didn't mention that, boss. You should also have a rally. Let's jump to the next one real quick. And now I haven't been watching to see if you guys have been moving around and adding on as I talk, so I hope you guys haven't. But either way, some of you might be sneaking around, moving your hab placements.
Mic off.
All right.
Mic on.
What do we got? Go zoom in. I can't see shit. All right, you guys dug your hab up. You're right next to your radio. Logi truck's right next to you. Ammo box is good. Is there a rally point down or not?
Yeah.
Rally point is... What the fuck is it? Oh, it's north. All right, so you've got your rally distant. Again, your only problem really is exit map, is your hab placement so close to the radio. Okay? Also, just that way you guys know this. If your radio is distant from your hab, like if that radio is right there and I'm attacking it, with 2 people, you can't spawn. You know, you guys can't spawn and I can dig down your radio and I don't need to leave a guy covering your hab. Okay? But if that radio is more distant and I see where it is, if I move on that radio to dig it down, I have to leave someone to cover that hab. So it's going to take longer. That's the whole reason why you separate it. So sometimes they might take out your hab, but they may not take out your radio. Right? But then also, sometimes, sneaky fuckers, they find your radio. So you got to learn placement for radios, which we can talk about maps in a minute. Go to the next guy.
I will say I did move the ammo crate to a forward position afterwards. So.
Well, let me see what you got. All right, I already saw off the bat, I did see that your hab was distant from your radio. So, all right, you've got 2 ammo box down. Your rally point is back on the radio. Not a bad option, but we already went over this, the drawbacks. Which is with a radio and a rally next to each other, the moment your rally gets burnt, your radio is in trouble. Okay, other than that, good placement on hab, ammo box is fine. Okay? And obviously you don't have a Logi truck for me to criticize. All right, so you're good on that. All right? So here's what I'm going to walk you guys through right now, which is start to finish what you do. Okay? So let's say, click enter, Mittens. Okay, what I want you guys to do is join Mitten Squad.
Would not leave it.
Leave your squads, join Mitten Squad. Mittens, you stay in admin mode. It's fine. All right, click enter again so I can see your squad.
Everybody join his squad?
Just fill it up. Fill it up so that way he's got his 9 guys. All right, Mittens, you got a Logi truck there at main with you or not?
Yep.
Perfect. All of you guys respawn over near the Logi trucks. Go get in that. Mittens, go to admin cam, jump in the Logi truck.
How does one respawn?
You can do
Thank you.
Next to one.
Tilda, type respawn, press enter.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Or you can just arrow key up to it.
What was that again, Sharpe? Spawn where? Main?
Yeah, main.
Yes, on main. My Logi.
I could have spawned you one in.
Instead of making a have to do that run. I could have just spawned myself one.
I'm just gonna wait for him to drive over here, man.
I'm not driving there.
He's not driving.
Come on.
It's a waste of gas, man.
He's got to drive this way anyways.
No, he can go the other way.
Ah, come on, stop, stop. Don't tell him that.
There's 2 ways out.
Well, let me change the ammo build. Rip.
All right.
Yeah, to change the ammo build, you have to be by the entrance.
All right, guys, listen up. First thing you're gonna do, click enter. All right, somebody tell me the first thing Mittens is gonna do.
Assign squad leads.
Yeah, fire team.
Fire team.
Yeah.
Assign fire team leaders and roles.
So assign your fire team leaders. Okay, he's assigned fire team leaders. Next, you need roles. All of you guys make sure you get a kit. Some of you guys are unarmed, get a kit. Why don't you drive over to the ammo boxes?
Mittens, what kind of guys do you need in your squad?
Need more. I need a lat hat.
Mittens. Hold on. What do you guys think he needs?
Well, it depends if it's
Depends
a
on
TO.
the circumstance.
Depends on
There's
TO
guaranteed.
squad.
There's guaranteed roles he's always going to need.
Okay.
Well, if
medic,
it's any-
Hat, lat, medic.
rifleman are guaranteed.
Rifleman, medic, lat.
Possibly a hat or a lat. Yeah, lat.
Medic rifleman.
All those are fine.
Machine
Right.
gunner.
I see a combat engineer. I see a lat. I see a hat. I see a medic. I see 2 medics. Good. All right. And I see 2 riflemen. Perfect. So from here, what you're going to do, Mittens, is you're going to reassign those fire team leads. You should assign all your fire team leads based on their kits. Okay. So take a minute and do that.
If you don't know how to do that, you hit enter and then click on your squad and then right click on each person and assign them to Bravo or Charlie.
There's 2 ways you can do it too. You can drag their names or you can right click their names.
All right.
Yeah, you can
This
drag
kit,
their
you're going to have to
names.
change your kit. There's no reason to have 2 hats in the squad. It's not going to happen.
Oh, I didn't notice it was a hat already. Sorry.
Other rifleman, please.
2
Right.
hats is superior.
Now, what are the mistakes that he's made with assigning his squads?
Split them up, the hats.
Well, one has more than the other.
Here's what I would change, Mittens. Move that grenadier, move that combat engineer down, move your rifleman up. And the second hat should change his kit. You should have all of your AT in one fire team, all your alternatives in the other fire team. I'm going to let you fuck with this because it seems like it's a big problem for you to figure out. All right? So you take your time. All right? Now, whilst he's doing that, okay, he's assigned his fire teams. He's assigned kits that need to be assigned. He's done his loadout for his Logi truck. Okay, what's next?
Selecting an objective.
Go cap points, sir.
Selecting an objective, capping points, communicating with the team. Okay, so let's assume, Mittens, you open your map and you've marked north somewhere to go build a hab. So go do that. All right, right there is good. Perfect. In fact, you can do it a little bit closer. Do a bit closer. A bit far. All right. All right. He's heading over there and he's going to be building a hab. All right. So, driving along. Just that way you guys are all keeping up to speed. If you guys can't be in the squad, just watch the stream. It's pretty straightforward on what you need to do. All right. He's going to be there in a minute. I'm drinking my tea. You have to go drive up a fucking hill. Let's just stop at the radio tower there. That'll do.
I think I can.
Okay. Now here's exactly what's. Hold there. Don't stop driving. Stay in the vehicle, boys. All right. Here, I'm gonna take full control. You guys are all puppets now. Okay. I'm going to issue the orders exactly the way it should be done. All right? You're driving up here in this situation, all right? Before you arrive, so assume that you're going to drive up to that building and that's where the radio is going to go. All right? Assume that the radio is going to go in there, all right? The first thing I'm going to do before I even arrive is signify, tell someone, or ask for a volunteer. I need one guy to stay on the Logi truck. So let's say Rosux, you're going to stay on the Logi truck. Usually I'd pick a rifleman. Usually I'd pick a rifleman or a medic to stay with the Logi truck. Okay? So actually, fuck that. Let's do who's rifleman? I can't read. Scotty.
Yes, sir.
Scotty, you're going to stay on the Logi truck. Okay?
Copy.
Everyone else, you're going to be getting out and helping out. Okay? Now, if you're AT, maybe if you're a machine gunner, I might even say you're going to pull perimeter, depending on what scenario this is. All right? So, Mittens, you drive up. Drive up. I don't know why people are getting out. Drive up. Right. You hit the brakes. Here, you're good. Cut the engine. All right, you're out. You go put in the radio. Everyone's following him. Scotty's going to unload supplies. Toss it there under the stairs. Perfect. All right. Unload the supplies. There you go. It should be 600 build, 400 ammo. Simple as that. From there, okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to place a radio. You got the radio down. You're going to place a rally point. Let's just say, in this scenario, just place the rally point there. Okay, now start running north and open your map as you run. And everyone's going to follow him. And you're going to go to the edge of the circle on the north side. Scotty, you're going to move the Logi truck and park it on the east side, near those mortars. Okay? Scotty, you're going to head over there and you're going to park the Logi truck. All right? Mittens, you're going to keep going. Normally, Mittens as well. Again, I haven't played in a while, so I'm a little rusty. You would rearm your rally point off the Logi before he runs off. But keep going. All right? You're going to place the hab wherever you can near the edge here, okay? All right. Assume it's right there. You're going to find the right terrain. You guys are in his path. Stay clear. There you go. All right. Now put down the ammo box. All right. Now select 2 individuals. 2 of you follow squad leader. Go north. All right. I would leave 1 to 2 people digging, and I would leave the ammo box, and everyone else would get moving. Scotty, you'd be running now from the Logi truck to wherever our objective is. Okay? Hold there. You're good there. Hold. So to recap what he just did, all right? He signified 1 individual to unload the Logi truck, okay, as well as the same guy who's going to move the Logi truck for him. He got down the radio. Technically, he should have put the rally in a different location, but terrain-wise sucks, so I was like, fuck it. All right? From there, he positioned the hab a distance away, got the ammo box down, usually leaving 1 to 2 people to dig. And that is based on kits. You leave the fucking medic behind, or you leave a rifleman behind, or a grenadier. You keep the important fucking kits with you on the move. Why would you leave the medic behind?
Because he shouldn't be up in the front lines anyways, because if he dies...
Medic shouldn't be the first guy into combat. This way the medics can be following you, and the medic can start reviving people who need to be revived. All right? Your breachers are moving forward, or whoever's going to engage armor, you have everything with you. Okay? Same thing with the guy with the Logi truck. Also, now Scotty ran off from the Logi truck. You can also have him move the Logi truck to go meet you. And this entire play that he just did there, what is the advantage to it? What does it really help with? There's one big thing over anything you're going to gain from this. What is it? In a combat scenario, using this method, what is the benefit?
So hopefully get fire superiority.
Fire superiority. Ground coverage.
What's the chance of your hab getting overrun?
Yep. You're going in the right direction.
Making sure the enemies can't set up.
If you get wiped, you can set up another hub with the Logi.
Yeah, the Logi. That's also why that's why I leave supplies in the Logi truck. You never want to unload extra supplies. There's something else that's gonna, for anyone who's ever played with me, think about how I play and what's very different. What is it?
It's really fast pace.
fast, speed. That's what you're going to gain. Using this method, you will be able to get your people to the location faster than the other groups. Okay? In a more strategic position as well. All right? Because if this is done efficiently, that hab and ammo box placement, you're already moving before the first shovel is digging. Okay? And potentially you're either jumping back in the Logi truck to go to the next objective, or you're running on foot to where you need to be. Okay? Speed is one of your biggest allies in this squad, in this game. Okay? So if you can get the speed down, you're going to be much better. All right? If you can learn those fundamentals, okay, and I'm going to go over them again here for you guys to learn them, you see yourself as a much better squad leader. All right? So first question, all right? What's the loadout for the Logi truck?
Depending on the mission, 1,200 ammo, 1,800 supplies.
There you go.
Or
Just stick to that unless it's a small map or unless you have set yourself a different mission, okay? As in you're going to set up a tow or something else, okay? In which case you plan accordingly, all right? 1,800 or 1,200 build. Those are your main options, unless you're another faction, in which case that's a different training for a different day. All right? You've got your Logi truck, you're on the move, all right? You've got to get your hab set up. What is important? Walk me through the steps. Someone volunteer.
Repeat last.
Someone volunteer to walk me through the steps from the moment you're getting out of your Logi truck.
Okay, I'll do it.
Go on.
Okay, so get out of Logi truck, place radio, dedicate one man to the Logi. Let's say rifleman for now. So Scotty. I place the radio. I place a rally, depending, maybe like 60 feet away per se, maybe right there, depending on the situation. He unloads the 600 and the 400 ammo, 600 build, 400 ammo. The rest of my crew moves with me to the edge of the circle, blue circle, to place the hab. I place the hab, I build the ammo crate in front of the hab. If I'm playing an offensive hab or setting an offensive hab, I dedicate 2 guys, 1 medic, maybe the grenadier, to build the hab in the ammo crate. The rest of my squad moves with me to whatever point I am pushing.
Anyone think
and
of
then
anything
Scotty, after the place or after he moves everything, or unloads, he moves the Logi to the edge of the blue circle if need be. Blue circle or further.
Do me a favor real quick, Mittens. Go scroll north a little bit. The map. Okay. Your objective, here's the scenario. You just placed your hab. I'm going to assume that's not one of you guys being stupid enough to do that. The objective is to your north right now, okay, on the defense marker. That's where you have to get to, right? That's where switch it to an attack marker, okay? All right, that is the next enemy point, okay, for all of you guys, all right? You've just got your hab placed. What do you do?
Well, to be honest, I would separate into 2 fire teams, 1 fire, 1 maneuver.
Someone walk me through the best way to assault that position.
Ooh, okay. Have the heavy ordnance team. They can set down a base of fire while.
Raise. You're getting too complicated.
Oh, sorry.
Someone walk me through the most efficient in a combat scenario in squad. Just based on what you're going to come into contact with, right? You're not going to have the whole day to prepare this. So, someone walk me through an efficient attack.
You can still do it.
I mean, I wouldn't rush the attack marker straight from the hab. I'd move like maybe 30 meters to the left or right or whatever, and then push forward, so it doesn't look like you're coming straight from the hab.
Okay. What Chira just said is the best way you guys can assault. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, hold on. What do you do to put a move marker on that one of those flanks? Okay. What do you do once you get to this position?
I would place a rally there after rearming up the Logi.
Okay. Now, why are you in an extra good position to place a rally there? What is the huge benefit of that?
You have one line of attack from the rally and 1 line of attack from the hab. They're different.
Your squad in this scenario will be attacking from the rally point. Enemy attention will be on your direction. The blueberries, when they come, and believe me, they always fucking come, they will then give away the other avenue of attack. Okay? That's a big benefit. So if they move to wipe you out, okay, you have the other option of line of attack. If the enemies manage to move towards the blueberry area and take out your hab, you still have your rally. Okay? You're turning one spawn into 2 attack points. Okay? If you can get 2 or more up, yeah, it's a great way to attack. Now, moving back to, I think it was Cheese who was saying it, having fire superiority and supporting fire from a high vantage point, getting mortars and all the rest of it, believe me, yeah, that's the best way you can attack like a fortified position. Okay? But what I want you guys to learn overall is to be an assault squad. That's what your main focus should be. Find an objective, assault the objective, right? And learn how to master speed. Okay? But also, as squad leaders, not everyone's going to be solid at assault. Some of you guys will become masters of defense. Some of you guys will become more proficient with armor. Some of you guys, airborne infantry in a sense. Using helicopters, others will become much more proficient with mortars and other natures of squad leading. Okay? Some of you will become commanders. Each of you will find your own gameplay style. Mastering what I've just gone over with you here you'll be surprised at how easy that will keep your team in the game. If you get rolled and you use this style of gameplay, it'll keep you in the match. Okay?
Hey, Scotty Dog's got a question.
Shoot, Scotty.
On rallies, you drop one rally, you've rearmed, and you want to go drop a second rally. Can you drop a second rally while the first one's still up, or does it just disappear? What happens?
When you drop the second rally, it will burn your first.
Okay, copy. Thanks.
Okay? Yeah, it will burn your first, and it will be a waste of 50 ammo. Waste that ammo. As a squad leader, it's your ammo to waste if you need to. Okay? In a perfect scenario, you pick up your old rally and you do everything else. In which case, you're protecting ammo, but you're sacrificing time. And I sacrifice time. Okay? I'll work off of 2 magazines more than I will less time. Okay? You can always go get more ammo. You can't get more time. Take a fucking point if you need to.
Riflemen's are always there to help in those situations too.
Exactly. All right? And you can always do a logi run. All right, so any questions initially on this? I don't know who the fuck's jerking off next to your character in game, but stop it. All good? If there's questions, I'm happy to go over this. Okay? There are certain things that you should always have, and I'm going to repeat it one more time for you guys. Your logi truck should never be parked next to a radio. If I were you guys, I'd put up a fucking sticky note next to your computer, write it down in a notebook, have this written down next to your computer somewhere that you can look at whenever you squad lead. Your logi truck should never be parked next to a radio. Your radio should never be next to a hab, and your rally point should never be near a hab either. Okay? If you can get proficient in separating those, following those rules, you will be better than most of the squad leaders out there. Okay? So what I want all of you to do, okay, and you can steal logic, I don't really mind how you do it. I want you all to go place your own hab and your own radio. Just that way I know if you guys know how to do it, you've already done it in this training, sit tight, you're all good. If you guys need to practice it, do it right now for 5 minutes. Okay? We can spawn in some logi trucks, spawn in some nice logi trucks, please. some that are going to go faster than 2 miles an hour.
Hey, Sharpe, earlier were you going to go over squad lanes?
Yes, I'm going to go over that here in a minute. Okay? I just wanted to give anyone, because I know we had some new guys who haven't squad led before, so if anyone needs to just practice putting down a radio and a hab and an ammo box, we can do that real quick.
Should I just respawn at oh, I see.
You don't need a logi to place on the radio. You just need a squad lead roll.
Yeah, so put down an ammo box if people need to switch out. You can also, I think, select kits. Okay. Take
we
5
play-
minutes. Take 5 minutes, and if you need to practice it, go place down a radio and a hab real quick now. And if you have questions, ask in this chat. Okay. I'm gonna grab a glass of water, but there's plenty of people here who can answer that question. Okay. There's a bunch of Logi trucks right there. There's an ammo box on the hab if you need it. All right. One of the admins go unload some extra ammo if people need to do it. Okay. I recommend you all master the simple task of just putting out. You don't need to go far either. You don't need to go to the edge of the map. Just go get down a radio and whatnot, and make sure you can get a radio, a hab, ammo box, rally point. All right. Do those things and follow the rules that I said, and you're all good. All right. Souls, yourself, and Variety. I'm not sure if Murtaugh's in there, but you two and Mittens, just if you see people making mistakes, correct them for a minute or point out how to improve. Okay? And I will be back here shortly, but my speakers are on so I can hear you guys. Fuck. I drove out, but I forgot to change kits. Fuck.
Who's saying that?
The right nerd.
Main end.
Just go ahead and respawn, and then you can probably go on one's move. There's
All right. You guys got 1 minute to wrap up. Yeah, maybe 2 minutes. If there's any questions at all, feel free to ask. If any of you would like your work evaluated, just let me know.
Here, main. There's a Logi there for you.
All right. You guys all good here? Or do you need more time?
I'm good.
have a question.
Shoot.
Will we be doing some? Someone mentioned lane training earlier. I guess that'll be the prac app portion.
Squad
Unless,
lanes?
say again?
Are you talking about squad lanes?
Yeah.
So, have you used squad lanes before?
Yeah.
If you guys stop, if you guys want to stop whatever you're doing in game, minimize your game, and tune into my stream, you will see squad lanes.
1 sec. Alright, here, I'll disconnect my thing.
So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go on to where the fuck's the server rotation shit? Server map rotation. All right, this is the new map rotation layer. So if you guys want to request a layer, we can go over here.
Goose Bay Raz V1.
Goose Bay Raz V1. Goose Bay. All right. All right. So I'm assuming this is Canadians versus Russian.
Canadian versus VDB, but yeah.
All right. So Goose Bay is an interesting one. All right. You've got really two options. Okay. It's either going to go through the airfield area or it's going to go along the west side of the map. Okay. So it's either going to go down around here or it's going to go down around here. All right. Where on this map is the important part?
It's all important.
Airfield.
I would think center map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out by airfield or hilltop.
Let's look at this from the perspective of the Canadians. Okay.
The threes?
The threes. Okay.
The four, since if you kept the third, you can never keep the fourth if it's on airfield, basically.
Well, I'll cover attacking the airfield, and the airfield can be taken.
Yeah.
There's just a way to do it. So the three is the most important part. So probably. Has anyone played this recently?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was one?
What?
Where was the first point?
Train yard.
Where was the second point?
Churchill. Oh no, it's second. In the north. Third
Then
Churchill.
Churchill?
Yep. Then it became airfield, the southern one.
That one?
No, even lower. That one.
This one or refinery?
I think I went to refinery.
It was OP Hub last rotation. And then it was shipping.
Okay. So, look at the way that this goes here, okay? So, as squad leaders, you all have access to this, right?
Yeah.
You know this? Do you guys have two monitors?
Yep.
No.
Okay, well, if you have two, it's very handy. If you have one, you can fucking bust open this website on your phone or something, okay?
Or use Steam Overlay.
Yeah, you've got some options.
I can save favorites.
So a lot of experience. There's two groups that really use this. There's experienced players who, have played enough times that they use this to just become efficient at the game, and then you've got the newer guys who need it to kind of learn the game. And then at a certain point, you don't need to use this because you already have this in your mind. You played like the guys who have over 1,000 hours, 2,000, 3,000. They know once the point is capped where it's going to go. Okay? So they have like a squad lane database in their brain. Okay? And I'm like that on certain maps. Okay? So on this, unfortunately, I'm not. But for you guys who are new, this is a really good way to keep your boys in the fight. Okay? What is, again, one of the biggest, most important priorities when you're a squad leader?
Communication.
Communication.
Bond.
Golden Habs.
I've met. This is like a common theme with me.
Habs rallies. Speed.
The Habs
Just good placement.
Speed.
placement,
Bob's
speed,
rally.
speed.
Because you know
Okay.
which point's gonna come up next.
Speed, at the end of the day, I think, is probably the most important factor when it comes down to this entire game. If you can get to a location first, or if you can get set up before your enemy, you have an advantage. Okay? If your mind can process where this battlefield is going to play out before the enemy knows it, then you have an advantage. I can do that generally just through playing the game. This website, this resource, gives you guys the same basic like advantage in regards to understanding where you need to be. Because I'm going to go back here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. When you start off on this team, it can go anywhere. Okay, like if it had gone down here, this is a very different match. Okay, and what you're going to have in games sometimes is it will randomly go south. And when that happens, that's going to make it much tougher for you guys to have a good chance at winning. So generally what you want to do is, and this is also why, especially on this map, you need to bring 1800 build. Okay? Because what you're going to want to do if you're on this team is you're going to want to set up either down here on Shimmick drilling site area, or you're going to want to set up somewhere in this area over here on the north. Okay? Either Churchill or Hilltop. If it's going to train yard. Okay? But remember, once you capture the first point and you input that into squad lanes, you can kind of see where the map is going to go. Okay? So, give me a volunteer. Any of you guys, come on.
I'm ready to
Rise.
volunteer.
Yo. Flip a coin.
Give me a name.
Area.
Who?
Cheerio.
Area will volunteer.
Cheerio, you volunteered a couple times. I'm going to go for Fries. Right?
Got him.
All right, so Fries. All right. Pick a point.
Oh, jeez. Shishashu. However you pronounce that. One
Shishatsu?
Charlie. Yes.
Shitsu? Okay, so let's just say this. Cheese, you've got your squad going, and then Cheerio, all right? Cheerio, you volunteer to back cap this point, all right? So Cheerio's gone over
Always.
here.